So with horribly losing that last match, I thought I'd play another one since it was so quick. I'll keep this hand, it's got a good opener. Yeah, I really wish I kept Negate open. That would have ended much differently. Seeing a Treetop Village in my against my opponent's opener, I'm assuming he's on Jund then, which means bad things for me anyways, but maybe not if I can get my nobles up in time with a voice. Voice is actually very good against them. Let's turn on this. Go for a Stomping Ground. Don't have blue in my opener. So we'll let this be. Tarmogoyf actually dies easier than Voice. I'm assuming Voice gets stripped here though. That I think Voice gets stripped or Path gets stripped, although Tarmogoyf could very easily get stripped as well right now. I don't think stripping Tarmogoyf would be the right thing. You can kill Tarmogoyf very easily with, you know, being at your Jund deck, you know? So I assume you strip Voice. Or you strip Path if you think you're just gonna, like, just steamroll me. So yeah, like I thought, Voice goes down for the count. Alright, let's see if he's got that removal to back up his Voice kill then. If he doesn't, Tarmogoyf becomes very good. Scavenging Ooze is just always good now, especially if we can follow it up with, so if he kills the Tarmogoyf, then we can follow it up with, since we're going to put out the other Noble Hierarch, we can actually eat both our things right away. That'll be good for us. So I want to be able to eat as much as humanly possible with this Scavenging Ooze, so I'm going to take some extra damage on myself here. I'm not going to get a basic with this. Instead, I'm going to get either another Stomping Grounds or Temple Garden. I think Temple Garden's probably correct, because then I can still get Breeding Pool with this if I need to. These are all cards he knows about, but we'll just follow it up. We'll force him to use the removal on Tarmogoyf, where he's going to get huge damage. These Exalted triggers will help us out. Could Maelstrom pulls out my... Okay, so he wants to 2-for-1 my Noble Hierarchs. That's fine too. It's not actually as good, but it's something. We're gonna get a non-basic, and it sucks to hurt our life like this so much, but now we don't have access to blue. I'm gonna go ahead and need that. The Scavenging Ooze will come out. I'm actually gonna... cast the Wild Nicottle. The only way we're getting out of this is aggro. So unless we fall flat into a Damnation, which totally could happen here. Doesn't look like that's not Damnation yet. So Tassiker, we have Path though. Yeah, we got a Path. I mean, he knew we had that. We'll eat our Noble Hierarch, and then eat our Noble Hierarch, and we'll swing for a lot. He knew we had the Path to Exile, though. I don't know if that was such a great move on his end. Puts him down to 3 now, so... Kitchen Finks, sure. If he doesn't get rid of Ooze right now, then we can still kill off that Kitchen Finks. I'm assuming he's got Abrupt Decay here for the Ooze. Dismember for the Ooze. Alright. Yeah, I was about to say, I still win then, because he could have not paid any life for that and stayed at 5, and then he wouldn't have lost right away. These knights would have become a problem for him eventually, especially because we could have given ourselves some protection from a color and swung through. That's basically what I would have done. But yeah, he killed himself here, because then even if he blocks here, he loses 3 damage, and he doesn't gain his 2 life instantaneously. It's a trigger. So, let's talk about sideboarding for Jund. What did I agree to do on my side? On my side, I actually am still a little light on Jund. I'm kind of sad because this Collected Company should have been a Sigarda, but it's not. So what we do is we bring in 2 Thalias and 2 Avens, as well as the we bring in the I guess we can also bring in the Denial, right? Yeah, because I remember, right, because I said that I could bring in the Denial on some matchups that I couldn't bring in the Negates. I can't really afford the mana on Negate for this matchup, but I can afford Stubborn Denial, which should, it's not like they're running mana dorks, so they're biding too much time. They're using all their resources all the time. What we're going to want to take out is, I'm going to want to take out Retreats. He's got too many ways to kill the Retreat right now. Actually, no. Sorry, I did want to keep in the Retreats. I wanted to take out the Pride Mages because they're not super great here. And I wanted to take out the Bolts because the Bolts actually don't kill too many things on this end. So those are the 6 things I wanted to take out. I'm going to keep the Retreats in because they can give me an instant win. That's right. I was looking at my thing and I saw Burn was right next to my Jund. Definitely keepable with a Voice and a Geist. He can start, if he has 2 removal spells, this gets tough. If he's got no removal spells, or not, sorry, removal, I should have said discard spells, then it would have been tough. But, this is going to need to find a Hollowed Foundry, or Hollowed Fountain. So we're going to start off with this. The hope here is that no Hierarch survives, and we just go straight into a Geist and start beating down relentlessly. He's probably worried about a, I guess I didn't show any, no, I showed blue last time around. He shouldn't be too worried about a, Abrupt Decay, huh? Okay. Shouldn't be too worried about a, Blood Moon. These knights are really good here. And I guess he didn't actually show me any red, so he's probably just rock. This is going to have to get a Hollowed Fountain. And we're going to go into the Voice. I mean, it's really only our play here. But Voice is really good. Our whole hand is actually pretty good against Jund. Or rock decks in general right now. So, I mean, the worst thing he can do is a Lingering Souls. Or Kitchen Finks. Kitchen Finks is a pretty good thing to put down here. But I guess it's not the worst. Let's see what I draw. Tarmogoyf, huh? See, putting down a Geist just gets killed by the return of Kitchen Finks. And I think we're willing to attack into that Kitchen Finks. Because our Voice tokens are just going to get huge. I think we just put down the Knight of the Reliquary here. So he can't attack without killing off the Knight. And I think we even just leave a Knight maybe open. If he doesn't kill it. Alright, so he's got a Tassiker out. He's just rushing out his answers here. Dark Confidant, huh? He's down to 1 card in hand. He didn't want to lose his Kitchen Finks. So if we attack here with Wolf Run, we can pump for 1, 2, 3. We can only pump for 2, which isn't enough to kill off the things that we needed to kill off. So we have to think a bit more long term. And I think Knight of the Reliquary is going to be the correct answer then. Even though Geist survives being hit with anything. No, I think Geist is maybe the right answer. Yeah, I think Geist is the right answer here. I wish we had a 1-drop, but it's the way life goes. Hopefully Dark Confidant doesn't hit anything worth mentioning. He hits a Kitchen Finks, that's definitely worth mentioning. We know he has a Kitchen Finks. He's not going to attack, or he's not going to play Kitchen Finks, so he must have removal in hand. Birds is worth mentioning. I should have used my Knight, and I did not, because I'm a dum-dum. Alright, so now we've got token that's pretty big. But we can't pump it yet. So we can play yet one more thing. I think our best bet here is to play out a Knight. And then just start out punching him with just gigantic stuff. And we can attack with our... Let's attack with our Geist and our Elemental. This way, his Dark Confidant, if he leaves it out and does not block with it, is going to become a real problem. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and sack my plains and grab my Sinjiri Step. And we're going to put the Sinjiri Step on the Geist. We're going to give it pro black. Sure. We're going to make sure he doesn't get anything really worth mentioning. We'll let him get a Lily. Give it pro black. So it'll survive. So we know he has a Lily in hand and a Kitchen Finks in hand. But his Dark Confidant triggers are going to start to really hurt him. Abrupt Decay. He can Abrupt Decay the Elemental token at any point in time. Instead, he's going to Abrupt Decay the Knight. Okay. The Lily swing back. If he attacks, the swing backs are going to be pretty real here. Ooze, sure. Gain 1 life, sure. All right, retreat to Quartelhelm might actually be enough to win here. Let's see. Yeah, I can tap down everything and just attack with the team. I can also make a bunch of mana as well with my sweet. I can make a bunch of mana with my birds, but I'm going to do it very slowly to ensure I've got this game. So let's do it slowly. Take some inventory about what we have here. We have a forest, a breeding pool, stomping ground, and a sacred foundry. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 things that we can do here. We're gonna grab ourselves an arid mesa, grab that sacred foundry. Let's see. With that, we're going to make her to about close to a 10-10. We don't need to do that, no. And we're going to tap down a Tasker. We're going to sack the Sacred Foundry. Grab ourselves an Arid Mesa, which will get ourselves a Stomping Ground. He's just going to go ahead and quit. I was going to do it slowly. Yeah, eventually I was going to tap down, let's see, with my next, I had about 2 more times I could do it, so I was going to tap down Dark Confidant and Scavenge News, probably untap my Birds of Paradise once, and then Keswick Wolf Run for an extra 1. This guy will be about a 10-10 by the time that ends. We'll be doing 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, plus 5, plus an extra 2 damage with the Keswick Wolf Run. So that's how much total damage it would have done. So cool. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't take out the Retreat to Coral Helm. Totally won the game there. That's how Retreat to Coral Helm functions in this deck too. It's just like it's just a way to win the late game when the game draws on, because someone's gotten good draws or good hits on me. So it's just a good way to close out the game. Yeah, we had this game under wrap. Cool. Glad we're back to where we should be. 2-2 at least.